Pounded yam is 105 calories per 100 grams serving. We have semolina. I'm going to be telling you calories that are contained in most of our favorite Nigerian meals, and how you can of course eat them to lose weight. And so the first thing we'll be talking about is rice. I know a day your body tends to burn fat, just that you're breathing and you're just being alive. Kitchen scale. So this is a kitchen scale. Hi guys, if you clicked on this video, I am sure you're wondering how you can eat a proper Nigerian meal to lose the excess weight and tummy fat. And of course, you're also wondering how many calories is in a proper Nigerian meal. You are very welcome to my channel. My name is Chigo. So by now you already know that for you to lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit. You may be wondering, what is a caloric deficit? So in simple terms, a caloric deficit is you consuming less than you are burning. So it means that you have to eat less while you're burning more calories. So normally, without doing any form of exercise, of course, your body burns calories on its own. It could just be you sitting down, watching TV, you standing up, even just by sleeping or by doing basic activities of the day, your body tends to burn fat, just that you're breathing and you're just being alive. So now, for you to, a normal human at least loses, let's say, burns about 1,600 calories to 2,000, depending on your age and your sex. So it differs for everybody. So for you to lose weight, of course, you have to be in a caloric deficit. And how do you achieve a caloric deficit with a Nigerian meal? You have to know the calories that are in this Nigerian food that you are consuming. And so, first and foremost, all food contains calories, be it healthy, unhealthy, processed, and junks, whatever it is, it all contains calories except water. And now we already know that at least a proper Nigerian meal, of course, sometimes tends to also contain way more, I wouldn't say way more calories, because it depends on how you're cooking the food and of course the portion that you are consuming. So for you to be able to lose weight using a Nigerian meal, you have to know the calories that are in the meal that you are consuming. Now, first and foremost, there's something that I personally do that has helped me lose weight and also helped me maintain weight over the years, is by having a mental knowledge of the calories in the food that I consume. And so I'm not a fan of counting calories, but it is important for you to do portion control, and I'll be showing you some of the items that you can use to either to portion your meals or also just to calculate the calories if you really want to be very intentional about losing weight on a Nigerian diet. So first and foremost, we will be needing a kitchen scale. So this is a kitchen scale. There are different types, I guess, but this is the one that I personally have. And so what you do is you put the meal on it, and then it shows you the figures in grams, and then you can go on to Google to check how many grams is in maybe like a slice of yam or whatever grams that shows you there on this. So this is one thing that would also help you to determine the calories in a proper Niger meal. Another thing that would definitely help you is measuring cups. I'm sorry, I have to look down because I need to bring out the stuff. So these are measuring cups. So we have this and we also have these, and these are also measuring spoons, because of course you need to measure everything, especially when cooking the meals, to measure your oil and all of that. You would be needing these measuring cups. And also, so these are like two different types, and it comes in different shapes and colors as well. And this is also like a measuring spoon. So now this particular size, this is what a per serving of a meal is. This is 1 cup. So it means that after cooking your food, you would use this cup to measure your meals. So now I'm going to be telling you calories that are contained in most of our favorite Nigerian meals, and how you can of course eat them to lose weight. And so the first thing we'll be talking about is rice. I know a lot of us love eating rice, and I mean rice is almost like everybody's fav. So let's get onto it. So rice is the first thing. So for rice, we have white rice, we have jollof rice, we have fried rice. It may interest you to know that a cup of rice, that's a cooked cup of rice, 1 cup of rice contains about 200 calories. So if you'll be having that with, say, sauce, vegetable sauce or vegetable stew on the side, that would roughly give us about 217 calories. But what I'm telling you may differ for everybody, but I'm just trying to give you a mental knowledge of the calories that you contain, because that is one that has helped me. So I have a mental knowledge of everything I eat, be it bread, be it rice, be it beans, be it even certain fruits. So that way I'm able to know that, okay, these particular meals contain these calories, and so I'm also able to be accountable for every food I am consuming. So first and foremost, what I spoke about is rice, because rice is like one of the best food we love in Nigeria. So rice is the first thing. And so for white rice, like I said, it contains about 200 calories for a cup, which is the serving that I had showed you right there. And then for jollof rice contains about 387 calories. Mind you that this also depends on how you cook the meal, because if you go and put 1 gallon of groundnut oil inside, of course it may be more, but at least a mental knowledge of jollof rice that you consume per serving, which is like 1 cup 250 ml, is about 387 calories. Now we go to fried rice. Fried rice contains about 335 calories. You see, fried rice is even less in calories than jollof rice, and of course than white rice is of course like the main one. It's usually very super less in calories. And so moving on, we will be talking about another food that we prefer. I know a lot of people love eating yam. Are you one of those people that love eating yam? So yes, so yam is another meal we will be talking about. So for a serving of yam, I would like to say either to say 100 grams of yam, or just maybe like a small round yam. You know how you cut yam like in circles, so when you just cut, so a normal 100 grams of, which is why I showed you a kitchen scale. So in case you want to be very intentional, you would know that you would of course measure it on the kitchen scale. But if you're not measuring on the kitchen scale, 1 round piece of yam contains about 115 calories. So it's over 100, and that is boiled yam. Per serving for fried yam is 149 calories, and per serving for white yam and sauce, which is what I already said before, is about 135 calories. Please be jotting things down. And also for roasted yam, of course, because it goes through a lot of process while being roasted and all of that, it has way more calories. It has 260 calories. And so another thing that I know that many of us are very much interested in, because lots of people love to eat, swallow a lot. Some of those people can't even do without eating soup in a day, and so that brings us back to soups. So per serving of this soup, also depending on how you cook it, I would be listing some of our 5 soups down now. So we have egusi soup. Egusi soup contains roughly about 460 calories. Like I said, always remember it depends on how you cook it. If you put 1 gallon of oil in this soup, it may be obviously more than that calories. But for now, per serving of egusi soup is about 460 calories thereabouts. This is giving you a mental knowledge, estimated calories of the food. We have vegetable soup. Of course, vegetable soup is low in calorie. Anything vegetable is usually low in calories, be it carrots, cucumber, name cabbage and all of that. And even the leafy vegetables we know, like ugu and water leaf, efo, and all the rest of them, they are usually less in calories. But through the cooking process and everything, a serving of vegetable soup is about 280 calories. And so we also, bitter leaf soup, which is also a very nice vegetable, is also bitter leaf soup. Through the process of cooking and every other thing, per serving of bitter leaf soup is about 256 calories. We also have ogbono. So ogbono is actually has more calories than egusi soup. So a serving of ogbono soup is about 470 calories. And so moving on now, we'll be going to plantain. I know that many of you, if it's not plantain, in fact, plantain is like a life and death situation. So a lot of you love plantain, and so I'll be telling you calories contained in plantain. So 1 finger of plantain contains 166 calories, and also for fried plantain per serving we have 236 calories, and for roasted plantain we have 252 calories. So be jotting things down, because if you're a plantain lover, it's important that when you are cooking plantain and you just throw some inside your mouth, make sure that you're counting that this ones you're eating sometimes is enough for a serving already before you now dish the one you will now eat in your proper meal. So it's important that you note the calories, a mental knowledge of the calories you consume. This, like I already mentioned earlier, these calories may not be specific or accurate, but it's just a mental knowledge, and this goes a long way to help you when you are trying to lose weight or maintain weight or even gain weight, because every food we eat basically helps us either to lose weight, to maintain weight, or to gain weight. So mind how you eat. Moving on, I'll be talking about swallow. I know I skipped it. Actually, I was supposed to talk about swallow after soups, but somehow I skipped that. So of course, now I'm going to give you the calories contained in 100 grams of swallow that you consume. And so number 1 on the list is poundo yam. I know a lot of people like poundo yam for comfort and all whatnot, but so poundo yam, 100 grams of poundo yam. Remember, that's why you need a kitchen scale. So when you roll that 100 grams on the here, then you know that the calories I'm about to tell you now is what it contains. So 100 grams of poundo yam is 140 calories. And also for your fav amala, we have 100 calories. Surprisingly, amala is super less in calories, although because it doesn't go through much processed form as the poundo yam, because poundo yam, I mean, having to buy it in the pack and all of that derivatives could also make the calories increase. So 100 grams is what I'm telling you for every serving of this swallow right now. So moving on, we're talking about gari. So gari, everybody's fav, or I don't know, maybe my fav, not even too sure, but yes, gari, 115 calories for 100 grams of gari. That's proper when you've made it like poundo to eat. And also we have pounded yam. Pounded yam is 105 calories per 100 grams serving. We have semolina. If you love semolina, semolina is 145 calories per serving. And also wheat is 100 calories for 100 grams of per serving. We also have we have sweet potato. Now this is not even for 100 grams of sweet potato. Sweet potato is about 86 calories. For 100 grams of Irish potato is about 77 calories. And so 100 grams of spaghetti, because I know a lot of people love spaghetti as well. Me, I love spaghetti too. So it's about 158 calories. And also 1 tablespoon of milk. 1 tablespoon of milk plus 1 cup of cornflakes, if you're a cornflakes lover, of course 1 cup of cornflakes is about 150 calories. This is me telling you the calories in the regular Nigerian things that we eat. And so moving on, mayonnaise. So some people love this, is because if you want your weight loss to be sustainable, of course you want to sometimes keep up with the things that you already love, just so that you are able to lose this weight and maintain this weight, sticking with the things that you already love or know, instead of going far away from the things that you love. So for mayonnaise, some people love to take their salads with mayonnaise, or maybe eat bread with mayonnaise, or whatever they just like to do. So a slice of bread usually is about 100 or 100 and say 10, 12, depending on the bread. Usually they write the calories or the servings on the bread nylon. So don't just buy bread and throw the nylon away. Shall read how many calories. I will always advise that you get sliced bread, because you're able to, at least if you're doing like a rough estimate of calories in a slice of bread, you should be somewhere between 100 to 110 or 12 calories in a slice of bread. So if you like mayonnaise and you're doing 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise, that is about 100 calories. So this is you intentionally eating bread and mayonnaise to lose weight, but being conscious of the calories in that bread and mayonnaise. So now, well, for 2 eggs, for an egg we have about say 90 calories depending on the size. So if you're eating 2, you already know how many calories will be in 2 if 90 is in 1. And also for chicken, 100 grams of chicken breast, which is a lean protein by the way, and it's also very recommended when you're trying to lose weight, so that you're not, just so that you keep your calories in check. You're looking at 120 calories in 100 grams of chicken breast. Like I said, these things may differ, but this is giving you a mental knowledge that would also help you stay accountable for everything that you're consuming when you're trying to lose weight. Moving on, we have granules. So granules is about 285 calories for I think for a handful, depending on your hand. So but at least a mental knowledge is granite is really high in calories, and a lot of people eat it mindlessly. Some people can sit down and finish 1 full bottle of granite. Please, so if you're trying to lose weight, reduce how you eat granite mindlessly. Ensure that if you're going to eat, let's say with a serving of banana that is about 100 calories or over 100 calories, with granite on the side about 285. In fact, 2 bananas and granite sometimes is enough to serve as your breakfast, to be very honest, because depending on the size of banana, you may be eating over 500 calories or even 600 calories in that particular consumption at the time. So you want to be very cautious and mindful if you are trying to lose weight. So we have gari. For gari, we have about 550 calories in a serving. Orange, we have 140 calories. For mango, if you're a lover of mango like me, mango is 200 calories for one. I personally love mango, and so when mango was in season, of course, it was literally serving as my breakfast, my lunch, if possible, if not even my dinner. Because I was conscious of how many calories is in it, I could eat about say 2-3 at a sitting for breakfast, and then I'll be fine. Another thing, it also gives me this tooth sensitivity, so I really don't take too many of it at a sitting. So you may want to be cautious of how many calories is in that. And also for avocado, medium size of avocado is about 240 calories. So if you're a lover of avocado is great fat, but you have to ensure that you're eating it in moderation and not too much, especially because most people don't just eat these things alone. They tend to eat it with so many other things. So you want to be very conscious of what you are consuming. And so moving on, we have sardine. I know plenty of you cannot eat bread without sardine. If you cook spaghetti, sardine, anything you're doing, sardine. Well, it may interest you to know how many calories is in sardine. So we have 224 calories for the fish alone without the oil. Now, with the oil in the, like how the sardine is, I wish I brought one when I was making this video. I would have just showed you what I was trying to say. But I mean, we all know sardine. So for sardine, with the oil, we have 524 calories for a tin of sardine. So all year sardine lovers, be mindful if you are trying to lose weight. And also for 1 tablespoon of palm oil, we have 120 calories. Of course, oil always serves as good fats for you when you're trying to, but of course everything should always be in moderation. And so for, I think I already mentioned, 100 grams of yam is about 118 calories. So in order not to make this video too long, I have just I think I have touched one of the most consumed food that we all love to eat as proper Nigerians. And so I just want to let you know that you can definitely lose weight on a Nigerian diet for sure. First and foremost, I am a weight loss coach and I have lost 25 kg 3 times, eating most of the things I have mentioned right here to you, and of course staying active. So I've also coached thousands of people over the last 7 years in different time zones, different countries. People, of course, who are Nigerians as well, who obviously are able to also get these Nigerian meals in whatever location that they are. So they are also able to eat these same meals in whatever location that they are, be it the US, Canada, UK, and they are also able to lose the excess weight and tummy fat. So please, this video is not to scare you in any shape or form. And that's why I first mentioned that every food contains calories. I mentioned this because so that you know that there's nothing that you eat that does not contain calories. But what matters is the way you are eating it. When you're trying to lose weight, portion control is something you have to put in mind. You have to be very intentional, and of course you should definitely get a measuring cup when you're trying to lose weight. A measuring cup goes a long way to help you, even if you don't want to count calories, you don't want to use this kitchen scale that I have showed you or anything. Just ensure that you have a measuring cup, especially this 250 ml, especially this particular one that I'm holding. Ensure that you have this one cup. This is another one, this is another shape. This is one cup 250 ml, and this is a particular serving of, so this is a particular serving. So please, this is not to make you afraid. Eat food, but at least be conscious of what you are eating. And like I already said, I've coached thousands of people, including myself, we have ate these Nigerian meals and we have lost the excess weight and tummy fat. And of course, if you need help, please check my description box. You will see my Instagram handle. You can go to my Instagram handle and check the people transformation pictures that I have there. And of course, you can also reach out to me on WhatsApp. I will leave everything in my description box. I hope this video will help you in some way, not to scare you, but also to give you a mental knowledge of what is contained in our proper Nigerian food. And of course, like I earlier said, you can eat this food and lose the excess weight and tummy fat. So please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video to everyone you know. Until next time, bye for now.